Ooh, I got some good stuff for you guys today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a way to drive traffic to Boomtown very specifically that's going to just put gas on the fire. Alright guys, I'm kind of excited to share this with you because I always get the question, it doesn't matter where I am, which market I'm in with our agents, I get the same question. It's, if I'm going to take on a farm, how do I gather the names and the information? In a previous video, I talked to you about going and getting the email addresses and adding value. Well, let me tell you this, if you're doing mailers or you're doing that, you always need to be driving traffic to a site that's going to capture their information. If you don't capture the information, you don't know whether it's working or not. This gives you the capability to not just have something that's just going out there and you're hoping for, you can actually track your results. Here's what I would suggest is, I'm going to use watercolor because it's easy for me to do. Let's say you're farming watercolor. What I would suggest you do is that you go in and you go onto your Boomtown specific site, your site, and you go into Boomtown and you do a search for watercolor. And then you go in on the tab and you put in for active, pending, and solds. That's an evergreen link. That link will take, if they look at it tomorrow, it's going to tell them everything that's sold in the last 60 days in watercolor, everything that's pending, and everything that's for sale. If they come back to that link 6 months from now, it's going to show them what currently is active, pending, and sold at that time. What you do then is you go to GoDaddy or you go buy a domain and you find a domain that is going to be very specific to that farm neighborhood. So I'm going to use watercolor as an example. You go to watercolor and you say, and you go in and you search and you look for watercolor sales information or watercolor real estate sales details, whatever it is, something that's very specific. When you send that out in an email to that owner's group or you send that out in a where you're sending out a mailer to them, it's a very specific place for them to be driven to. Once they get on the Boomtown site, you don't have to worry about getting a squeeze page. You don't have to worry about figuring out how to capture them. What Boomtown does for you is that they go onto your specific site, they click and they see 4 pictures and it drops it in there and it asks them for them to opt in. It gives them the ability to do that. Some will, some won't, so what? You're driving traffic to a place that now is going to capture those people for you. It's going to give you a group of people that you can now email to or that you can follow up with, and because it's Boomtown, it's going to have e-alerts that you set up for them, and now you're playing poker with the cards up. You can see exactly what they're doing. Hope this is helpful. Please let me know when you implement this because, listen, the biggest question is, somebody asked me when I was working on this is, why would you say this? Because everybody's going to go out and do it. Odds are most aren't. Are you going to be one of the people that actually implements this? Because if you do, I believe with all my heart it's going to change your business.